there's kind of like a warning here too, like, let's, don't just think that, you know, okay, everything's gonna work out now. You have to be in the right place to receive also. Hi Aquarius, so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Make sure you go watch the general energy reading for Gemini season. That's the Lovers card reading for all signs. Gemini season began May 20th and it goes until June 21st when Cancer season coincides with the summer solstice. And I am shifting the individual readings from seasonal to monthly, but I will still be doing the all signs general season reading and the full moon and new moon readings. So you can also go see the Gemini new moon reading right now. So let's get into it. Let's see what June has in store for you. We will be using the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sterle and the Shaman's Dream Oracle by Dr. Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed. And then Mercury finally went direct on June 3rd, but we are still in the post shadow until at least the 18th. So just be wary of that. It was a pretty messy retrograde. So make sure that you are putting out the fires wherever you can. So the first card is always the general energy lesson message that the month is bringing to you. Let's see what it is. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. And everyone's getting some really good messaging for this coming month. I don't know why some things are focusing, some aren't. There it goes. 10 of Pentacles. Well, Aquarius, what can I say other than Mazel Tov, huzzah, congratulations. You will be having an abundant and prosperous June, I hope. I hope that this means that a lot of the work, or most of the work, all the work that you've been doing is finally going to start feeling like it's paying off. And the thing about the 10 of Pentacles too is that you have to recognize that it is not just about like what your bank account number is. Abundance is so much more than just money. So other than the fact that I hope you have more money than you can spend, and that your bills are paid and you are comfortable and can support yourself and or your family. But you also have to recognize that what you have that is like tangible things is also abundance. And looking around your space and really being thankful for what you have. And sometimes I feel like if you look around your space, you'll recognize like how much you have without even having to like actually spend money. Like myself, and I know some other people that a lot of their furniture is from family, secondhand, it's been handed down. And like myself, there's very little furniture in our house that we actually paid for. And so that speaks volumes of not just your abundance, but like the abundance of the people in your life that also want to share their abundance with you. And that it's really recognizing that like you have to have that feeling to attract that feeling. You have to, you know, give to get sort of energy. There is something like kind of karmic going on where you have to make sure that you are aligned with accepting and being grateful for what you have in order to get more. But really, like, the first kind of message that came out was like payoff. So payoff of what? I mean, it's hard work, but like payoff of, I feel like we're kind of going, we're going back in time here, folks. So let's see what, oh, 6 of Pentacles. See, this is what I was just talking about, you have to give to get. You have to be in that place to attract that thing. And I feel like this has come up for you, Six of Pentacles, especially in reverse, has come up for you a lot, Aquarius, where you have to make sure there's an equal exchange of energy happening between you and others. That there are many times, I feel like, where you can tend to give a little bit more than you're getting. And then if you don't have a good balance or boundary with that, then all of a sudden you can, the minute that you feel taken for granted, you completely shut down and you're like, well, never gonna do that again, never gonna be open, or never gonna give this to you ever again. And I feel like that mentality is like softening a little bit, where you're having to, because that's a very like ego response, and I feel like you're having to kind of put the put the ego aside a little bit and recognize that like what like your part in the giving was. Because it's not just that they took advantage of you or what you were giving, it's that you might have opened that up for that possibility, or given, it's like recognizing that like there's no way that you didn't have a part in it, because it takes two to tango. Like you're not completely innocent in the whole thing. It's maybe your part was not having good boundaries in the first place, not recognizing the signs before it got into a negative place. This was great. I was like, oh, we're going back in time, and we literally went back from the 10 to the 6 of the Pentacles. But it's like this work that you did, it paid off. And the other thing that was coming up was that you needing to discern like who's kind of worthy of what you're giving to. And it's not really worthy, it's about more recognizing your motives in your giving, and that you can't just give to expect something back. That there's something that you've been learning about unconditional love, unconditional giving. And that literally means not just like unconditional, like I feel like unconditional, when we say unconditional love in our society, I feel like it actually, people kind of hear like endless love to infinity, and what it really means is loving without conditions, giving without conditions. If you are going to do something for somebody and the first thought you have is, oh, they owe me now, do not do that thing for that person. Ask them first, do you want me to do this for you, or leave it for another day. That was relationship advice my mother had to give me recently, was, you know, if I was giving my partner crap for always picking up his socks all over the house, and she's like, either pick them up out of love and say nothing, or leave them and let him pick them up himself. Because I chose to be with him, and we chose to be with each other. We chose to live with each other. We chose to buy a house together. We chose to have our lives intertwined, and both of us, it's not just him who leaves their socks everywhere. I leave mine everywhere too. We have socks. My mom said it the other day, what is with you guys and your socks all over the house? And so it's true. Like, if I'm picking up our socks one day, like, I need to do it with love. Like, because I'm a Scorpio, so I get a little bit more too tit for tat every now and then. And that's just, it's old conditioning. So motives, making sure that it's like reminding you of what you need, what you've learned in order for this to pay off. If you're not going to do this thing just because you love them and you want to do that for them, then don't do it. If your first thought is like, you know, what's in it for me, or this person, you owe me big, I did these things for you, don't even go there. Save your energy for something else. That is not a useful, productive way of expelling your energy, and it's not going to have this good karmic feedback, give back. If you're doing things out of that place, you're not going to get back what you wanted. You're going to get back what you're giving, and that's not fun. No good. So I heard like next step advice, like kind of what's the advice next step? Reminder, the Magician. The reminder that you have all the tools you need. You are powerful beyond measure, but recognizing too that you are the student and the teacher. As much as you have a lot to teach people, you have to recognize you still have some to learn. And I feel like that's kind of came from the Taurus season tarotscopes too. Taurus season May tarotscopes were shifting. For you was still recognizing when you can learn something. Okay. And then also recognizing when you know you have all the skills that you need, you know. Oh, and then I just heard you teach people how to treat you. So that's a reminder for somebody. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom. That's all that's coming up. Let's see what the underside. Let's see what the underside is. The underworld. The bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Come on, camera. Let's try this way. Of course, the emotion card would be blurry for you, Aquarius. It's so funny how it's like picking up some and not others. I feel like that's starting to be like messages with itself. So it's the King of Cups. I'll put it on the screen, which it's makes sense. I feel like that it's a little blurry for you because I feel like you have a really hard time looking at your emotions or looking at the depth of your emotions. You're like, yeah, surface emotions. I'm happy, I'm sad, blah, blah, blah. But you like to philosophize. I know words. You like to think about the world and people and how they work, but you don't always want to think about how your emotions work and what they're tied to. And I think you try to compartmentalize a little bit too much. And with the King of Cups coming up as like kind of a core lesson here, core issue, the core, what is at the core of all of this is recognize, like also learning that your emotions will help you. Also, it's like realizing what you already have learned about your emotions. And also it's like not letting them rule you either. It's for some reason I feel like you're very all or nothing right now. So it's like either I have to have all my emotions in it or none at all sort of thing. And it's like figuring out how to let them be a part of it. How are they presenting themselves in the physical world? How are you reacting to these things that are happening around you? And not only how are they affecting you emotionally, why are they affecting you emotionally? I feel like you're so good at asking why about the rest of the world and you don't always like why yourself. And I feel like that's a key piece of accepting this success, accepting like some good things to come to you, for things to kind of finally feel like they're turning around. They won't just turn around because you're like, I really want this to turn around. There's like some deeper emotional and physical, and I mean just a deeper work in general, with the Magician being your only major arcana. Like that if you try to ignore it, this isn't gonna go the way that you want it to go. And like, that's like, there's kind of like a warning here too, like, let's, don't just think that, you know, okay, everything's gonna work out now. You have to be in the right place to receive also. You have to do some work here. Sorry, it's not just gonna happen, okay? Okay, let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle has to share with us, or validate. That happens a lot too. I've been either shuffling a lot or like cards come out instantly. Ooh, the Crossing, Initiation. That's the first time I pulled this one. The Crossing. I'm so curious. Number 54. The Crossing, Rite of Passage, Initiation. You have come to stand on one side of a river. The opposite bank leads into the darkness of the eternal cave, where the old dies and then is born again. This is a place where time is forgotten, and the seasons cease their dance and stand still, as if in a temporary repose. You must cross the river now, honoring and respecting this transition. For it's time to say goodbye to your old ways of navigating your world. Hey. Don't be afraid. You have come to the edge of the river because you're ready. You're ready to let go of what doesn't serve you and all the ways in which you've kept yourself from truly living. Intimacy requires vulnerability and truth. Can you strip away the masks and the barriers of false strength to discover what you're really made of? That's some deep shit, Aquarius. Step in the boat waiting for you. Let it carry you into the cave, where the shadows are waiting to be illuminated so you can be born again into the world without denial or artifice. Making the crossing is a beautiful, powerful act of the highest love. Damn. This is a big step for you, Aquarius. I feel like this is a big step, especially if you've been working on this stuff for the last few months, especially this year. The fixed signs are kind of, the fixed air sign, and the fixed signs are having a moment for sure this year. It's a 6 year. It's very nurturing. You are being nurtured. You are being supported. You got this. Yeah. Cool. Very cool. You got this. Trust. Lean in. Do the work. Keep doing the work. Allow yourself to receive what is coming to you, okay? And let me know what that is. Let me know what's resonating with you. I would so appreciate that. I am on Patreon now. You can support Meryl's Mystic for $2 a month. The link is attached, and I'm working on bonus content for that. Please make sure you like and subscribe, share with a friend. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate your support, and I will see you next month. Bye.